Welcome to Cooking with Bobby Joe. Today we're going to be making pizza sauce from some garden tomatoes. I'm using about a half a cup of fresh oregano and basil leaves, about a fourth a cup of each, 5 tomatoes, and as always, make sure you wash your veggies and herbs. In a skillet, heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil over medium-low heat. Let that heat for about 2-3 minutes, and then add in 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Heat that for about 4 minutes. Then slice your tomatoes and add those in. I slice my tomatoes over the skillet. It's just the way I always do it so I don't lose any juice. But you can slice it on the cutting board if you prefer. And a lot of people remove the skins from the tomatoes. I like the skins. I never remove the skins. Most of the nutrients in the tomato are in the skin, so if you peel them, you're missing out on the health benefits of the tomato. Tomato skins are also a good source of quercetin, and I don't know about you, but I've heard a lot about it since COVID. I take large doses of it daily as part of my long COVID protocol, but I think getting it straight from my food is better than any store-bought supplements. So anytime I can, I make sure I do whatever I can to have extra nutrients in my foods. Therefore, I leave all the skins on the tomatoes. And when you're making tomato sauces, they're just going to be blended anyway, so you're not going to be able to tell there's a peel there. Okay, now that the tomatoes are sliced, I'm going to add in the basil and oregano leaves. A half a teaspoon of salt. I use pink Himalayan salt, but use whatever you typically use. And my original recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar to be added to the sauce, so if you want to do that, feel free to. I'm avoiding sugar these days, so I don't add any additional sugars or anything like that to my sauce. It's going to be good without the sugar. You want to stir it all up, and you want to place a lid on your skillet. Let it simmer for about 30 minutes, stirring it occasionally. Once it's cooked for 30 minutes, remove it from the heat and let it cool down for a few minutes. And I'm just going to use my small smoothie blender for this. If it was a larger amount, I would get out my big Ninja blender, but this is a small amount, so I'm just going to pour the mixture into a blender cup. I'm going to blend it for about 60 seconds because I want my sauce to be extra smooth. Now you can blend it for a less time if you want it to be a little chunky. And here's my sauce, and I guess mine is more like a marinara sauce because it isn't quite as thick as a normal pizza sauce, but it's going to be great either way. And I then pour it into my storage container and I stick it into the fridge until I'm ready to use it. Now the sauce can be frozen or it can be canned. I didn't make enough for any of that. If I was just using this sauce for pizzas, it would probably be enough for about 4 large pizzas. But I made some pizza pouches, a crazy crust pizza, and I also made my favorite chicken parmesan. I have not had that in so long. So if you stay tuned on Wednesday, I'm going to show you how to make my chicken parmesan using this homemade sauce. I will also be posting another cooking short today, and if you haven't checked out my cooking shorts, you ought to check those out. They're 60 seconds, so it's only going to be a minute of your time. Today's cooking short is going to be a delicious dairy-free banana pudding shake. It is super easy to make, and it is very, very tasty. Well, that's all for now, so thanks for watching, and I hope y'all have a very blessed week.